A significant shift in the ransomware landscape is unfolding, with the Qilin Group emerging as a formidable threat. This change matters because their tactics are evolving, impacting a wide range of sectors and organizations. Since the start of 2025, Qilin has reportedly targeted over 40 victims each month, with a peak of 100 cases in June alone. This Russian-speaking group, which first appeared in July 2022, has been particularly active in the US, Canada, the UK, France, and Germany. Their attacks have focused on industries such as manufacturing and professional services, utilizing sophisticated methods to infiltrate networks. Next, we'll delve into the specifics of Qilin's hybrid attack strategy, including their use of Linux payloads and the BYOVD technique to bypass security measures. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. In analyzing the timeline of Qilin's attacks, we see a marked evolution in their techniques and targets since their emergence in July 2022. By 2025, they have escalated their operations to unprecedented levels, averaging over 40 victims per month, with a surge to 100 in June. This increase highlights their aggressive expansion in the ransomware-as-a-service landscape, where they have been identified as one of the most active groups, impacting sectors such as manufacturing, professional services, and wholesale trade. Critical to their strategy is the sophisticated use of leaked administrative credentials, which they utilize for initial access. This approach is often facilitated through VPN interfaces, allowing them to establish RDP connections to compromised endpoints. Following this, Qilin affiliates engage in extensive system reconnaissance, employing tools like Mimikatz and web browser passview.exe to harvest credentials and exfiltrate sensitive data. The attacker's methods demonstrate a clear focus on privilege escalation and lateral movement within networks. By leveraging remote monitoring and management (RMM) tools such as AnyDesk and Screen Connect, they can maintain persistent access and execute commands across compromised systems. Their innovative employment of the BYOVD technique, which utilizes legitimate drivers to bypass security measures, showcases their adaptability to modern defense mechanisms. In a notable shift, Qilin has also introduced a hybrid attack model that integrates Linux ransomware capabilities into their operations. This allows them to target both Windows and Linux systems using a single payload, significantly broadening their attack surface. The deployment of tools like WinSCP for secure file transfers and the use of a SOX proxy to obscure command and control traffic further exemplifies their tactical sophistication. Additionally, their targeting of backup infrastructures, specifically Veeam, underscores a calculated approach to compromising disaster recovery processes. By systematically extracting credentials from backup databases, they not only disrupt operational continuity but also enhance the leverage they hold over victims during ransom negotiations. As Qilin continues to refine their techniques, including the use of phishing tactics and fake CAPTCHA pages to initiate attacks, their ability to adapt to evolving cybersecurity landscapes remains a pressing concern for organizations worldwide. The ongoing analysis of their methods reveals a persistent threat that underscores the necessity for robust cybersecurity measures across all sectors. The emergence of Qilin Ransomware is reshaping the landscape for various industries and organizations, particularly those vulnerable to sophisticated cyber threats. Notably, sectors such as manufacturing, professional services, and wholesale trade have become prime targets, indicating a strategic focus on industries that often rely on complex supply chains and sensitive data management. As Qilin's tactics evolve, their hybrid attack methods, which combine traditional ransomware techniques with advanced exploits like BYOVD, pose significant challenges for cybersecurity frameworks. This approach allows attackers to bypass security systems by leveraging legitimate tools and exploiting vulnerabilities in driver software, making detection increasingly difficult. Organizations are now compelled to reassess their security protocols, particularly in how they manage and monitor software installations and network access. Moreover, the use of credential harvesting techniques, including the exploitation of leaked administrative credentials and the deployment of tools such as Mimikatz, underscores the necessity for enhanced identity and access management strategies. Companies must prioritize continuous monitoring of user activities and implement strict controls on privileged accounts to mitigate potential breaches. The impact of these attacks is not limited to immediate financial losses. They can disrupt operational continuity, damage reputations, and erode customer trust. As organizations face the dual challenge of ransomware and the need for robust disaster recovery solutions, the targeting of backup infrastructures, such as those using Veeam, highlights the critical importance of securing data backups against manipulation and unauthorized access. In response to these threats, businesses are being urged to adopt a holistic cybersecurity posture that includes regular vulnerability assessments, employee training on phishing and social engineering tactics, and the implementation of advanced threat detection systems. Failure to adapt could lead to devastating consequences, as the frequency and sophistication of ransomware attacks continue to rise. As organizations grapple with the growing threat of Qilin Ransomware, proactive measures are essential to bolster defenses against future attacks. One critical step involves enhancing cybersecurity training for employees, emphasizing the importance of recognizing spear phishing attempts and suspicious links. Given that Qilin has utilized fake CAPTCHA pages to execute malicious payloads, educating staff on these tactics can significantly reduce initial access points for attackers. Furthermore, organizations should conduct comprehensive assessments of their IT environments, focusing on credential management. With Qilin affiliates reportedly leveraging leaked administrative credentials, implementing strong password policies and multi-factor authentication can mitigate the risk of unauthorized access. Regular audits of user accounts and privileges will help identify and eliminate any unnecessary access rights that could be exploited. Investing in advanced threat detection solutions is also vital. The sophisticated techniques employed by Qilin, such as the use of legitimate IT tools and BYOVD exploits, highlight the need for systems that can detect anomalies in network behavior. Solutions that incorporate machine learning and behavioral analysis can provide an additional layer of protection against evolving threats. Moreover, organizations should prioritize the security of their backup systems. Qilin's targeted attacks on Veeam backup infrastructures illustrate the necessity of protecting these critical resources. Implementing immutable backups and ensuring that backup systems are isolated from the main network can help safeguard against ransomware attacks. Collaboration with cybersecurity firms and threat intelligence sharing initiatives can further enhance preparedness. By staying informed about the latest tactics used by ransomware groups like Qilin, organizations can adapt their defenses accordingly. Engaging with a broader community of cybersecurity professionals allows for the exchange of insights and strategies that can fortify defenses. Lastly, developing a robust incident response plan is crucial. This plan should outline clear steps for containment, eradication, and recovery in the event of a ransomware attack. Regularly testing and updating this plan will ensure that organizations can respond swiftly and effectively, minimizing the impact of any potential breach. In summary, as the threat landscape continues to evolve with groups like Qilin at the forefront, organizations must adopt a multifaceted approach to cybersecurity, prioritizing education, proactive measures, and collaborative efforts to prepare for future challenges. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.